Well, I think our family, you know, at Beam, being 7 generations, still in this business, has made it shown over the years that the family sticks with it. We keep that tradition alive, you know, from Jacob Beam all the way to me. That's one thing we have that hardly any of the other spirits companies have, is, you know, a family member involved for over 200 years. So that's important, and the heritage has really been big for us, and to keep our products real. That's from Jacob. My role as Master Distiller is to, you know, oversee the production of all the bourbon products at Beam, but that's just part of the job. You know, nowadays the bigger part of the job is to get out on the road and promote and sell and educate people on bourbon. I think that's what's made bourbon become so popular, is people are looking for education. They want to know what they're drinking, and to be able to shake hands with Jim Beam's great-grandson kind of gives it a little more, I guess you'd say, bang for the buck. And I think it's important for me to get out into the stores and to actually meet our fans who support the Beam portfolio. Right at 30 years now. But, you know, I was pretty much born into this business. You know, I followed my dad around the distillery from the time I was big enough to stand up in the seat of the truck. You know, he didn't have car seats back in the 1950s and 60s. I was born in 1957. When Dad could stick his arm out and catch you when you hit the brakes, that's when you started riding. And I can remember going down to the distillery with Dad when I was a little kid. So I've been around it all my life.
We're seeing.
Oh, I'd say in my career at Beam, the biggest, I guess, accomplishment or whatever that meant the most to me was the year they added my picture to the side of the Jim Beam bottles. I mean, that was something that they kind of kept a secret. I didn't know it was coming. Actually, the cat got let out of the bag down here in Texas at a sales meeting down in Austin, when one of the guys from our Chicago office didn't know I was in the back of the room, and he let the cat out of the bag that they were going to add my picture to the sides of the bottles. And I said, "What?" He said, "I didn't know you were here." But that was kind of cool to see my picture added beside my dad's on the side of the Jim Beam bottles. That's been a you know, special moment for me. If I wasn't doing bourbon, what would I be doing? That's a good one. I don't know. Maybe riding a tour bus with some of these country music stars. I got to know Hank Williams Jr. back before I got this real job in the bourbon industry, and that was a lifestyle that probably I wouldn't be here today if I would have pursued that career path. You know, it's a lot of carrying on, a lot of bourbon, a lot of wildness. But, you know, I travel a lot here, and I guess I started traveling a lot running around with them guys. Maybe it'd be a bus driver for one of them, who knows? Or they let me drive them. Kid Rock, that would be interesting, riding with Bobby. But he doesn't ride the bus, he rides that jet. Maybe I could be his handler. I'm a little too old, I think, to run with Bobby too much.